Welcome back to Loughborough University and to the UK Schools Games finals for triathlon for 2024. And after a busy aquathlon on Thursday evening, we went to Donington Park on Saturday, where we had a technical challenge and a circuit race on the bikes before coming back this evening to take part in the triathlon and mixed relay triathlon.
Very large television screen right next to the transition. How convenient was that? East region, are you up there?
And we are going to get underway very shortly with the Paratriathlon, and we have 3 athletes competing in this. Harry Hughes, Jake Bailey, both with their guides, as you can see, just in the blue strips behind, and also Elsie Friel, who has just jumped into the pool. Now, Elsie Friel will start swimming. They're on a timed start, so she'll get a head start, if you like. This is graded based on disability level. And Elsie Friel competed in the aquathlon on Thursday evening as well. And Elsie Friel is out and away. So, as we understand it, Elsie Friel will take part in the pool as normal, and she starts in the pool across the full 335 metres or so in the pool before heading out into transition, getting on the bike. She's going to do 1 lap on the bike, whereas the boys will do 2 full laps, and then Elsie will do 1 lap on the run. Both Harry Hughes and Jake Bailey will do 2 laps on the run.
And Elsie representing Ireland here in the Olympic Games just gone. Of course, it was huge success for Ireland.
And Elsie has made a strong start here, so she'll be doing
1500 and 800
she'll be doing a good few laps here. And has started at a good pace, and I think she will be out of the pool by the time that Harry Hughes and Jake Bailey enter the fray. They seem to be having good fun by the edge of the pool as well at the moment.
Very similar courses that we use for the aquathlon, where this time just to make the flows of the race work, the athletes will actually exit rather than the route which they enter the pool and actually get the far end of the pool. That will make itself much clearer when we see that.
The benefit for Elsie Friel going on her own, she has a very still pool. She comes around the 4th buoy here to conclude her opening lap. Now, conditions in Loughborough as it stands are dry. It is overcast, it's a little muggy, and it is warm as well. So good conditions, a bit of breeze out there, perhaps more so than there was on Thursday evening for the aquathlon. We do have 14 teams for the mixed triathlon relay. which will start at 6 o'clock, slightly earlier than scheduled. We had a shift around in the programme.
Appearing on the Paralympic programme only the third time. Races in the PTS 2 division within Paratriathlon. The S, I think I'll give you a little bit of background on this over the weekend, but I think it's the S represents the standing categories, and as with, I think it's consistent across most parasport actually, the lower the number is the higher the degree of impairment. So within triathlon, and World Triathlon, layman's terms include world complexity behind the scenes, but broadly speaking.
So Elsie approaching the halfway mark for her swim. Harry Hughes will be the next athlete into the pool alongside his guide for today, Ben Howlett.
It's not the nature of source of impairment that matters, it's how that impacts an athlete's ability to participate in the sport of triathlon. So that's why in some cases you'll see athletes with arm impairments competing against athletes with leg impairments. And that is just the assessment is the
And away Harry Hughes goes.
That's simple enough. Ellie, I think
So Harry Hughes is away. And that whistle signifies a start for Jake Bailey, who has James Davies as his guide. They were away less than a length after Harry Hughes, and guides in the pool around their thigh. You've seen guide runners before, they'll be with their hands, and they will change that tether from the thigh to the hand as they go out for the run later on, but will share a bike on the roads. About a lap to go for Elsie Friel here. It's a good run round to transition. We'll come out in this top corner.
Whoever does the stats for the score games is a bit of a hero of mine. They have so many stats that they come out
away. Elsie Friel goes. A great swim for her onto the blue carpet and around the back of the Pool of Dreams here at Loughborough University to head down towards transition. Well, here are the guys in this Paratriathlon in the pool, about a lap in. I think Jake Bailey there was just attaching his tether, maybe just come loose. I mentioned it was attached to the thigh, just a little loop, a bit of string really.
typical road circuit that is completely closed inside the campus here at Loughborough University.
These two athletes are around the halfway point.
Helmet on, around the victory. And there we go, Elsie pushing the bike, so she needs to do a little bit of
Well, here is Elsie Friel. She is heading out of transition.
Let's go, Elsie.
She's heading towards the mount marker just as they exit the blue carpet.
The screen, we just got a little glimpse of.
We're at the front of the swim with Harry Hughes. Elsie Friel. Away she goes, and she will head up to the top of campus. She's in a southwesterly direction, past the Paul Radcliffe Athletics track, past the cricket pitch, and up Margaret Key Road alongside Brockington Oval. So Elsie Friel is doing one lap, which is a 2,000 metre loop of campus with some great downhill sections as they come back towards the pool. And at the moment it is Harry Hughes just coming towards his exit in the pool. Jake Bailey has around 30 metres to go until that point, and Jake Bailey is out and away. So still Harry Hughes to come out.
On the screen, we're just about to get out. That means they are actually out of the water.
Well, it's about to get interesting. Here is Jake Bailey into transition, and they have just missed the barriers. I think we could do with one of our volunteers just giving them some guidance on that corner. We saw that in the opening heat of the aquathlon on Thursday evening. And here goes Harry Hughes.
The guy will also have lots to think about on this next section, as well as the complexities in transition. I actually walked around the entire bike course earlier today, and there are lots and lots of twists and turns. There's rises.
So here we go. Jake Bailey then.
So you can be sure.
With James Davies, his guide.
We'll be discussing things with Jake as they go round.
Striding
what's coming up as they go
out of transition
his guide Ben Howlett
onto the bike, getting a red flag there. I think they just misjudged the mount line.
Lots of cheers for Harry.
And this is Harry Hughes now.
Well done, Harry. Well done, Ben. Good luck out there.
Ben Howlett, his guide at the front, just navigating that hairpin turn. Onto the bike they go. So, Elsie Friel is out.
Athletes come back onto the blue carpet. However, their turnaround is just pretty much where the mount line is.
Well, Elsie Friel, Jake Bailey, and then Harry Hughes just exiting transition. So, Jake Bailey and Harry Hughes They are last out of the pool, also enter the pool second, and they will turn right here to go round past the centre of campus, which is where the 3x3 basketball is, and then looping round past the athletics track. Brockington Oval is on their left.
And that looks like
Athletes you can see in the pool here are competing in the mixed triathlon relay in about 45 minutes. This is just their warm-up, so we'll stick with the athletes on the bike in this paratriathlon. There's Harry Hughes.
There's one of the descent sections just going past Eggington Hall residence. So this is the hill. So they go up past the England and Wales cricket ball. And then they're going to do a left. It's going to look as though they're turning right on our street, bear to their left. Past the medical services, student services, chaplaincy. But back at the dismount line, we can see the green of Ireland. And Elsie is in, she has completed that. Not the easiest of bike courses, I have to say. There we go, and fights the way to get that bike onto the bike rack. Quick transition. Well done, Elsie. It's been a busy 3 days. Enjoy the last bit of this run. Round that bend. Elsie will be doing.
So this is the warm-up for the athletes coming a little later on. And this is Elsie Friel, who has now finished on the bike. She's only doing 1 lap, and she goes out for her single lap on the run, which is around 750 metres or so. It's a different direction to what they ran on Thursday in the Aquathlon, so it starts with a twisty and turny uphill climb. She'll turn right in a second and head toward the Students' Union building.
You'll be able to see her just running behind you on the path alongside Ashby Road. Before then turning onto Eppinall Way.
So this is the conclusion of the first lap for Harry Hughes. It's a very, very tight turn. Jake Bailey on his second lap, just going past that Bridgman building, the Student Services building. getting towards the furthest point from the pool, and he's now on Margaret Key Road, heading down this very downhill section. Back with Elsie Friel in this Paratriathlon then. One of the longest, flattest parts of the course. Bailey downhill, twisting and turning. Have to really measure your effort on those sections.
Probably already pretty much towards the end of that, going up to the roundabout just behind us, turns right onto Eppinall Way.
So Bailey, at the end of his ride, just heading in towards the pool now. And only half a lap behind is Harry Hughes, so well dismounted. Got to make sure everything is well placed and returned, and off they go on the run. So they will be doing 2 laps. It is uphill to start and a lot of twists and turns to get out of transition before you get on the first stretch, which is a lot smoother. There's Harry Hughes now on his downhill section. But this is Elsie Friel. She's about to finish her race. Just looping back around. She just comes down past the pool for the first and final time. And a great effort for Elsie Friel, adding to the work done over the last 2 days. Just 3 years ago we didn't have a para-triathlon in these UK school games. Still a lot of work to go because they have to come across the blue carpet with a couple of 180-degree turns and drop down a curb as well. So she'll just have one more turn to go, Elsie Friel, before wrapping up her triathlon here.
We're going to welcome her home, keep those cheers and those clapping going. Elsie Friel.
Wonderful job by Elsie.
Welcome for the final time to the finish line of the school games.
Tough old work out there today. A great performance from her. Just under 23 minutes. A really big effort in the pool and on the bike as well. Elsie Friel, the Irish athlete. Great young talent. We've loved having her here.
We have Harry Hughes, guided by Ben Howlett, just going
and here
onto the course.
Is Harry Hughes out of transition, dropping the bike and now the trainers are on, and alongside Ben Howlett, these two are off. They'll do a great job if they can catch Jake Bailey at this point, but it is a very distant carrot.
So they're going out onto the course, so back onto that. Hopefully starting to get familiar course now.
And Bailey is on the start of his second of 2 laps on the run.
Just in front of the Students' Union. Need to remember requesting first years ago. This is definitely lemonade and water for sure.
This is a great section for our runners. It is pretty flat, and at this point there's a 180-degree turn, and it will go downhill beyond the swimming pool before twisting back towards campus. So this is the section I think we're going to see in the mixed relay later on, that they are really going to pick up speed and try and overtake, because it's going to be so difficult to do that in and around transition and on the blue carpet. So there is Harry Hughes.
We've also got the Ashby Road section of the run course. Just looking over the top of the hill, you can cheer on your athletes as well, and that's exactly where on screen we are seeing Jake Bailey and Sam Davies at the moment.
So here's Harry Hughes.
Just running down to the
Tight turn before a gradual 50-metre section towards the pool, which is just in the background. This is one of those many turns I mentioned. It's tough on the ankles and knees when you're just meandering through. Very, very technical.
That is onto Eppinal Way.
And Harry Hughes will have one more lap on the run.
First of our PTVI duo after a busy 3 days of racing.
Jake Bailey won't be too far behind these two, and he has a matter of metres to go before coming under the finishing arch.
He's going to go through onto his second lap, but coming up close to the end now. Just about 50 metres to go. You can hear Sam there in advance telling exactly the type of turn, the number of degrees, what they're going to do. They're going to sprint to the line. Fantastic race, great performance. Congratulations, Jake Bailey.
Bailey across the line then with his guide James Davies. Great effort from those two. Again, fantastic to have them here with the UK School Games Triathlon competition. Would love to have more athletes competing in the Paratri. It was great to introduce it for the first time 2 years ago. As I said, 3 years ago they had a tester. So,
I can hear the cheers behind, so that means that Harry and Ben
Hughes, with less than 300 metres to go, will make a right turn at those red and white chevrons.
Also not too far away. It's one loop, only about 750 metres.
Heading on to Eppinal Way.
All very contained, very close to our transition area. See them in the distance, just powering along Eppinal Way. They're going to then take the Right hand is to University.
So there he is. This is a great section for building speed before it gets a bit more technical towards the finish.
Very, very soon. Within probably 30 to 60 seconds, I would imagine.
And this is the home stretch, if you like, for Harry Hughes and Ben Howlett. Ben Howlett doing a wonderful job as a guide.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you've done an amazing job so far in welcoming home Elsie Friel and then Jack Bailey and his guide Sam Davies.
Well, this is it. He will get a nice applause. Harry Hughes. He's onto the blue carpet, past the Pool of Dreams. Still a couple of twists and turns to come.
Another great performance. Let's go, Harry is the cheer.
Great to see the support for young Harry Hughes. And Ben Howlett can take some of those applause as well.
Ben Howlett. They've just got one more turn to take, and they will be on the blue carpet of the finishing straight, finishing under the British Triathlon Super Series banner. And this is all about the school games.
It's a tight turn to finish, but Hughes picks up the pace, striding home. Great performance from Harry Hughes and Ben Howlett, and in just less than half an hour's time we will be back with the mixed triathlon relay, each region with 2 boys and 2 girls.
Compliment of athletes that we've had racing over 3 days, put in a fantastic effort. I want to wish you the best of luck with your future triathlon and sporting endeavours. then. To start athlete introductions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It has been a busy 3 days. This is the final race of Triathlon at the School Games National Finals. We start our athlete team introductions. Introducing first, representing the East Midlands, Jack Llewellyn, Emily Denton, Will Bailey, and Isla Love. Next up, it's the turn of the North East. They are represented by Jacob.
Right then, it's all going to get very hectic because it is almost time for the mixed relay triathlon, and the teams are being introduced. Oh, a bit of night fever there. So we will give you all of the teams and the names of the athletes on those teams as they come along. Let's see what these guys have got in the locker. Oh, they're riding the bike. Oh my goodness, wow. That wins for creativity and athleticism. This is the West Midlands, not far from home, just down the M42. Henry White, Lucy Tebbett, Peter Mitchell and Rebecca Eaton. Oh, bit more casual, not quite as good as the previous. This is the Northwest. They're putting the phone down there, putting the phone down. Well, they're a bit far off the mark, but yeah, not sure who they were putting the phone down on. This is the East team. Oliver Tom with the cap on will go first. So Wales in those red hoodies, Lucas Grill, Millie Harrison, Evan Price and Josephine Hurst, who went very well yesterday, and Thursday, Josephine Hurst. Well, we can't quite see this one. Whoa, a bit of a loop, you can work that one out. Scotland up next with Rory Treharne, Tess Burns, Sam Beattie and Jess Taylor. Keep an eye out for these four. I think they are going to challenge for a podium spot. Remember, this is a completely separate event to what's gone over the past couple of days. I don't know, that looks like a TikTok dance or something like that. So the Southwest to their mark. Ooh, a look of steel, I like that. That's up my street. Yorkshire, well, the home really in a sense for triathlon. Wow, I like that. Glasses on the nose. Mic drop, and then the big flex at the end. That's a pretty good entrance from these athletes. Here we go. Well, we've got somebody swimming here. We've had the bike, the swim. Who's going to run? And they're swimming in. Oh, we've got another cycling, different tactic, but good going. Well, another one of the teams that could well feature amongst the medals. Piggybacks, spins, seems dangerous before you get into a pool. And then there we go, they're having fun with it. That's exactly what you want.
Let's just hope no muscles will pull in that excitement of those intros. Good luck, everybody.
So the athletes will start on the pontoon, and we are pretty much bang on schedule. This event this afternoon was pulled forward 15 minutes to account for the Paratri timings, get everybody around campus watching as well.
The Dream Factory, the Pool of Dreams, all the names you want to come up with.
And if we just pan up, you can see the LED screen above here.
Next team relay, of course, short distances, around 350 metres.
Well, we are 70 seconds exactly away from kick-off. This is the Pool of Dreams, this is Loughborough University, and this is the UK Schools Games. The mixed relay triathlon, 4 athletes in each team. We run boy, girl, boy, girl. We're going to be around 75 minutes total time, so just less than 20 minutes per leg.
As it was a few weeks ago, Paris 2024.
Away we go in this mixed triathlon relay. So, the plan for these athletes on leg one, they go up and back, so 2 lengths, and when they get to that middle buoy they have just crossed, we will head towards the corner and then do 3 perimeter laps of the pool. And we will be exiting the pool in the top corner. So 2 and a bit laps of the pool. Have a lap and a half to go. And it looks like it is Aidan Turner at the front at the moment. Rory Treharne down at about 4th at the moment for Scotland, but Aidan Turner with a big lead at the moment, stretching out to around 20 metres. So there are 14 teams in this. North East, North West, Yorkshire, East Midlands, West Midlands, East London, South East, South Central, South West, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, and then a wild card team. And if memory serves me right, 2 years ago it was the wild card team that won. Ireland are in 2nd at the moment, I believe. Then just trailing them is the South West. So half a lap to go, because Aidan Turner will be exiting the pool momentarily.
Looking at the map,
he's a bit of a good lead before he heads onto the bike. So Aidan Turner out the pool, out the doors, and with a big lead. This is Aidan Turner, really strong swimmer. We saw that in the aquathlon the other day, and now the other athletes are just starting to exit the pool. We'll head into transition. So it is London from Ireland, the Southwest, and then the wildcard team, Will Birchall, having a great start as well. So Aidan Turner. Just see the other athletes in behind him. And that was a lovely mount onto the bike. Very smooth. Head away from the pool. Chance to just clip in. And it starts with a steady uphill. So, on the start of this ride, he heads towards the athletics track and then behind the cricket oval before heading further southwest away from the pool. Well, the athletes have gone out for a practice. Well, the cyclists are in hot pursuit of Aidan Turner, and they have 2 laps. Each lap on this cycle is 2,000 metres, so around 4k in total. They will be absolutely blazing around this. Well, this is a section just as they go past the Bridgman building, turning left, heading along Margaret Key Road and towards the Geography and Environment building on campus. And Aidan Turner for London still leading. This is a nice downhill section here. Can start to reward himself with some speed, but my goodness, that is some ride from Ruben Wadey of the Southwest, who is really closing in, and a huge group of athletes in the 14. There's the rest that we're chasing. There's White in there, Henry White for the West Midlands. He's a strong runner. They do have to just measure their speed on some of these downhill sections. There are speed bumps in the road as well. This is coming past the Rubber Crumb on campus. So turning right now back towards the pool, where they'll do a really sharp turn before heading out once again. And this is our leader coming by the pool. And away they go. Wadey has now overtaken Aidan Turner just at the close of the first lap on the bike. So a strong start from the Southwest and from London as well. This is Birchall. Will Birchall from the wildcard team. They have to be so careful. Hard on the brakes, taking it wide. Not quite coming to a dead stop, but not far off it. So South Central. So that's Aidan Turner, who is just in second, and you can see up the hill alongside the lead motorbike. That is Ruben Wadey, who is stretching away and coming through in third here. I think that's Will Birchall, who is out on his own at the moment, but working really hard up front is Ruben Wadey. So it's a tough fold climb once again up the hill. And that is Wadey who is leading this along Margaret Key Road. You see the crash mats there because it is so quick and the bends are so tight. There's almost 3 90-degree turns in a row, which makes it really challenging. Wadey picking up the speed over the speed bumps just past the Brockington Oval, and will turn left as well as we catch a glimpse of Sam Redmond from Yorkshire there. But it is Reuben Wadey, our leader, just takes that flat section to get out of his shoes and get ready for transition. That's a smart move by Reuben Wadey. He's opened up a huge lead as well on this first leg on the bike, and will come into transition, dismount, get the trainers on before 2 laps on the road, and they will run the same loop that we saw on Thursday evening in the aquathlon. They are going the reverse way round. This time it is clockwise. Making sure he gets his helmet in his basket, and he has loads of time here. There's Aidan Turner, who led coming out of the pool and has given up some 20 or so seconds now as Reuben Wadey sets off. And there's Aidan Turner of London, finally out of transition. The rest of them are all coming up behind him.
Yeah, got someone.
So Birchall is still in third at the moment, and then Jack Llewellyn for the East Midlands, followed by Rory Treharne. And Reuben Wadey being cheered on. Did well to get out of transition so quickly. Wood is very tight, isn't it? There's Henry White of the West Midlands. We know he's quick on the road. Reuben Price as well of South Central in that light blue and pink tri-suit. And they will head up the hill. That was Matt Smith for the Northwest as well. Gorrell, Lucas Gorrell there. Wales. So, past the pool. It is only a 1,500 metre run in total. They do have to make their way through this very challenging section. That's why it's a short run. It takes a lot out of your legs. He has to just watch the curb here, which drops down before doing a big wide 180-degree turn, which knocks the stuffing out of your legs. And now Reuben Wadey just starting to lose that zip he had in the opening lap, and certainly had on the bike. Reuben Wadey will hand over to Francesca Cole for the Southwest. There's Birchall, who looks like he might have moved up into second. Jack Llewellyn rather, and there's Aidan Turner still in second, just about holding on at the moment. He will also pass over to one of his female teammates, Emma Tynan. Reuben Wadey away from the Students' Union. Well, it's chaotic, isn't it, in this mixed triathlon relay here at the UK School Games. Our leg 2 athletes will be aware they are about to get underway, because they will have a matter of minutes, really. This is less than a mile. These guys will be doing it in less than 6 minutes. And now for the Southwest's Francesca Cole, Ruben Wadey will be coming into transition in less than a minute. So Francesca Cole will take over on leg 2 from the Southwest, and there is Ruben Wadey down the blue carpet, and he has opened up a huge lead on the first leg. She will enter the pool of dreams. Off she goes into the pool. Francesca Cole diving in. Well, she just has to be patient. Well, we're just trying to see the sorts of time, and it's around 35 seconds or so, the lead that Francesca Cole has. And if she can maintain that in the pool, that's a very healthy lead to have on the bike as well. You can just see our first leg runners leaning against the barrier. That's how difficult it is. They were around 17 minutes. So London and the Southeast are neck and neck. London's second leg athlete Emma Tynan, and the Southeast is Rosie Delgado Howe. Both of those athletes we saw in the heats and finals of the triathlon the other night. At this point now is very challenging because we have athletes diving in as athletes are also coming round the buoy, and this will be handy for the Southwest and Francesca Cole. So they come in through those doors and they have 3 laps and just over a half. So still around 2 laps to go for the Southwest's Francesca Cole in this swim. After that chaotic start, it is started to stretch out. But you're only as good as your weakest link in a relay. And as you so often see on the track in the 4x100 and 4x400, and it's the same in the pool. One and a half laps to go at the front for Francesca Cole, and it looks like she is being caught. So, you can see Darcy Gladwell just going past Francesca Cole. Darcy Gladwell for the East. a little confusing because you have athletes who have come in the pool later and going quicker than the ones that are in. So we will only really truly see where everybody is once they head into transition. An effort just at the front there, that is Darcy Gladwell. Francesca Cole in second. They all have their number, their team number, and then the letter on the skull cap identifies which leg they're on, and it is less than half a lap to go now for the Southwest's Francesca Cole. She has just a length to go before she can get out the pool. Will try and find her way towards the corner and just get out of the traffic, really. So there's 3 athletes in there. That is Freya Johnson in the middle, with Darcy Gladwell just on the inside, and on the outside it is Francesca Cole. And Francesca Cole will exit the pool with a strong lead, and closing quickly behind her is Betsy North, who has less than half a length to go. And Betsy North, maybe as you aren't surprised to hear, is a fabulous swimmer. In second getting out of the pool is Sienna Sylvester, and the lead down to around 22 seconds for Francesca Cole. So at the moment, at the end of the swim, it is the Southwest leading, with the wildcard team in second, and then South Central in third. So away she goes, Francesca Cole, the first of 2 laps on the bike. Has a good cushion of just over 20 seconds at the moment.
I've not seen any bikes yet. I don't think the bike's actually coming this way.
So Francesca Cole is on her way up the climb, heading towards the athletics track, and there's Betsy North overtaking Sienna Sylvester after getting out of the pool and into transition. She was only really a few seconds behind, so it's done well to make that up here, and the rest of them on the way.
Yeah, I've only had the runners by this route. I've not had any bikes this route.
The East Midlands are in third at the moment. Emily Denton for them, then Scotland. There's Izzy Wall from Yorkshire. So all the athletes out of the pool and through transition. And now on their bikes. Chloe Young, they're just leading those 2, and they have to try and clip in. Your feet sliding around in those shoes impacts the amount of power that you can put down. And Betsy North is in hot pursuit with Sienna Sylvester. This is the lead with Francesca Cole at the moment. Just needs to keep composed. It's so challenging when you're out on your own in front. We saw it 2 years ago as well in this mixed relay, because the athletes chasing in a pair or 3 can just push each other on. Sylvester in second. I don't know whether Betsy North was asking for her to take the lead and try and close that gap. The rest are some way back, and Cole is on the Margaret Key Road. Rest of the athletes now beyond the cricket ground. Cole starting to put some power down as she heads on the descent. So they still have another lap to go. Now downhill, Francesca Cole past the Brockington Oval. Just to her left as well is the rubber crumb in the centre of campus. Going to head past the John Beckwith Sports Centre as well. These are some of the chasers in around about 4th to 6th. So Cole has North behind her, and they're going to come back towards the pool now for the conclusion of their first lap. And that lead is now down to about 8 seconds. So Betsy North in second is absolutely flying. Cole digging deep, and we'll just see how big that lead is, and it is closing rapidly, and already a couple of seconds down. North with a carrot in front of her in the form of the Southwest team. At the front it is South Central and the Southwest, with the wildcard team in third. On this second leg of the triathlon mixed relay, so these athletes just coming towards the end of their first lap. This is Francesca Cole, who is still in the lead. Betsy North worked so hard on that opening lap of the bike. I thought she was going to have caught Francesca Cole by this point, but not quite yet. And Cole is still leading. She looked comfortable on that first lap. North is digging deep up that climb, and it just started to level out for a moment before they turn left and head past the Student Services building. There in the red in third place is the wildcard team, Sienna Sylvester. This is a really tough section of the ride, and that's the look behind from Cole just to see where North is, and it gets a lot easier here because they will be able to fly downhill. A lovely shot of the athletes just coming around. You see those speed bumps as well. They have to be careful of that. This is a great group of 4 in there. Tess Byrne amongst them. Cole still leading, looking very comfortable. We'll start to think in the next minute or so about getting out of the straps with an eye on transition and the run. This is a lovely section, another sharp left. The front 2 then in this mixed triathlon relay. Lovely fast corner. North is just a couple of seconds behind. So Southwest against South Central at the front. The wildcard team are still in third at the moment. Over the speed bump they go. past the Brockington Oval and the Rubber Crumb towards the John Beckwith Sports Centre. These athletes getting towards the 75% mark on their ride. And now North takes the lead for the first time. Just starting to get out of the shoes. They're coming towards the swimming pool here, and it is North who has done so well. That monstrous swim and then a huge first lap on the bike. And North will hand over to Monty Salmon. And Francesca Cole will be handing over to Archie Enston after their run. So it's going to be a real showdown. Who can exit transition the quickest? Got to get the helmet in the box. North is gone. And she's gained a few seconds here. It was clean from both of those two athletes. So the South Central team with Betsy North leading. She is a really strong swimmer, Betsy North. Strong on the bike as well. It's only 2 laps of this run. 1,500 metres or so in total. Francesca Cole chasing after her. She will see the others in hot pursuit. And there's Sienna Sylvester, who has kept herself and her team in touching distance. We're not even at the halfway point yet. North looking good here. Just heading along Ashby Road. The lead only around 7 seconds. So, Yorkshire's Izzy Wall, we know she's a very, very strong runner. Very committed runner as well. She likes to get out hard. I think Izzy Wall might have lost her chip timing tag, the ankle tag, the black ankle tag you'll see around all of our athletes. Betsy North just clambering up the hill. Francesca Cole has her in her sights. Coming towards the end of this first lap. They have 2 laps on the run. And they'll turn right in a second back along the blue carpet. Cole has done well. North being cheered on by her teammates and the spectators as well. So around 2.5 minutes for this first lap on the run for Betsy North. It's tough because they go through all of these chicanes through transition before a big right 180-degree turn to go uphill towards the Students' Union. It is very tough on the legs. Great to see the spectators on the course as well. That's Millie Harrison trying to chase down Maguni Hashiko from the Northwest team. Sienna Sylvester still in third at the moment. Well, that's Chloe Young there for Ireland. Come to the end of her first lap on the run. Well, this is a great first half to this mixed relay for both the South Central and South West teams. Cole has dug deep and kept that deficit about the same. And it's definitely doable for her next leg runner, which is Archie Enston. And I said Izzy Waugh is a great runner, and she has done incredibly well to claw back a load of ground for Yorkshire. London's Emma Tynan there in fourth, or fifth rather, for London at the moment. But this is Betsy North, and I think that gap has definitely closed between her and Francesca Cole at the end of this run on the second leg. She will hear the footsteps of Francesca Cole as well, and it's going to need a big swim here for Monty Salmon, and he is a good swimmer. Archie Enston will try and keep in his slipstream, and a final push for Betsy North into the changeover, and away goes Monty Salmon. Big dive into the pool, and he's followed by Archie Enston. It's around 5 seconds the distance in the pool, so they do have 3.5 laps. It's important not to try and burn too much energy in the opening exchanges in the pool. So South Central from the southwest, from Yorkshire, Izzy Waugh doing a great job to get in front over the final couple of 100 metres. They're now ahead of the wildcard team, who have Israel Noble in the pool. For Yorkshire, it is Jacob Palmer. So Monty Salmon at the front for South Central. So we've got 8 teams in the pool at the start of this third leg. Now 9. Everybody else is starting to come through. It's a long, challenging wait. Calm before the storm. So there is Monty Salmon. Less than 2 laps to go in the pool for him. Naguni Hishiko handing over to Marley Griffiths. Lovely flop into the pool from him. Well, that was Fred Johnson handing over to Jamie Lonergan. It can get a bit chaotic in the pool, particularly on this second to third leg changeover. You get a lot of athletes entering as other athletes are on their second or third lengths. Evan Price with a really strong start to the swim in the pool for Wales. And you can claw back a lot of ground in the pool. So coming to the last push in the pool, Monty Salmon has his eyes set on the corner where he will exit the pool on this third leg of the UK School Games mixed triathlon relay. And Salmon has Archie Enston in hot pursuit. Enston has done really well to close a few seconds. And there's Salmon. And there's Enston. Still the south central from the southwest. Steady start, on to the bike. Salmon will know he'll have Enston breathing down his neck. How good are these two on the bike? Little skip, trying to get his feet in the shoes. And you can't rest when you're in the lead like this, because you know that the athlete chasing you will be flying up. And Enston has done really well to get his shoes clipped in, and that just puts a bit of added pressure on Monty Salmon. Here come the others, Yorkshire and the wildcard team with Israel Noble and Jacob Palmer, the Yorkshire man in the red, the blue and white, sorry, and Israel Noble wearing very similar colours. But it was Palmer leading in the light blue and white. He has that third spot at the moment. And London then. With Otis Ferrer-Brown in 5th at the moment. So Enston pushing Salmon here, and these two on the bike working together, well clear of third. These are the chasers at the moment. Yorkshire, and what a sprint that is from Israel Noble, already putting the hammer down at the start of the first lap on the bike. So the first of two 2,000 metre laps. The lead back with the southwest We go down Margaret Key Way. Down these tight bends. This is a lovely downhill sweeping left-handed turn past Brockington Oval and the Rubber Crumb. Off they go into the distance. So Enston regaining the lead here on the first lap of the bike. This is leg 3. You're looking at Archie Enston and Monty Salmon in the blue for South Central. These two wheel to wheel. Going through a couple of tight turns as they head back towards the pool and transition. Absolutely flying through. Well, it's going to be a bit chaotic. Just about. Avoiding clashing with one of the other athletes. And that was the Welsh team and Evan Price. So, away they go. They also have somebody to chase now, and that's what becomes helpful for some of the others. This is Noble, though, who has opened up a big gap between himself and the Yorkshire athlete Jacob Palmer. It was at the start of that first lap on the bike that he absolutely blazed through, and there is Palmer for Yorkshire. Noble doing well in third. Showed a lot of power up the hill on the bike. So, Enston and Salmon just picking off Griffiths there. Griffiths further northwest. There's Price for Wales. Price digging deep on the climbs at the back of the field, but one advantage is everybody's ahead of him. He can try and pick them off one by one. There's a lot to go after. This is Scotland's Sam Beattie with athletes starting to close on him as they go away from the Rubber Crumb. Well, there's Noble. Well clear in third. Noble in third. Interesting to see when he gets to transition at the end of this lap, just how much he is clawed back, if anything. Well, there we go. Salmon in the light blue is leading. You can see he's getting his feet out of his shoes. Enston, who had a decent lead after starting so strongly, has been clawed back here, and it's tit for tat as they come back into transition. We are starting to get to the business end of this competition. The South Central and the South West toe to toe. Well, these two out of transition then. Enston just at the moment with the lead from Monty Salmon of South Central, who will hand over on the last leg to his sister Florence Salmon. And two good runners uphill towards the Students' Union.
Leader on four.
Enston then leading from Salmon. So there's Noble, who is in third, around 30 seconds or so back, and Salmon is just sitting in at the moment behind Enston. It's a smart move, and Yorkshire's Jacob Palmer now on his first lap of the run. It is 2 laps of 750 metres, around 1,500 metres in total. These guys will only be out there for 5 minutes.
The light blue coming through mine now. TV, I don't know.
There's Noble. Away he goes in third. Swinging those arms. Moving really well at the moment. And Enston at the front, digging deep. These boys will be hurting here. They'll perhaps have to navigate some of the athletes who are exiting transition for their first lap. They'll see the bikes as well. It will potentially be a bit chaotic. So no change. Archie Enston, who had a fantastic swim, just managed to close the gap that Francesca Cole had held in the run on leg 2 for Southwest. And Salmon here is doing the smart thing and just letting Enston set the pace and lead it round, but he may have to try and empty the tank on this final 750 metre circuit, because both of these two athletes, Monty Salmon and Archie Enston, will try and give a lead for their last leg runner. The Southwest will have Daisy Abernethy on the last leg. South Central will have Florence Salmon, the sister of Monty Salmon. Birchall there, now out on the run.
The leaders, I think.
There's BT up front, and Salmon and Enston will have some athletes to chase along
First and second, I think.
Ashby Way. So now on to Eppinal Way. And there's Sam Blackwell for East, sticking to his task well. There's Lonergan as well, the North East athlete. And there is the young man from the wildcard team, Israel Noble. He's out on his own, but does have athletes he can try and pick off. Price is now in his trainers as well. So's Tui. And there's no change at the end of leg 3. Archie Enston will hand over to Daisy Abernethy. Salmon has stuck at him well, and now Salmon just tries to surge. It's going to be difficult to try and overtake on this narrow route towards changeover. And Salmon with the huge sprint, which will mean his sister gets in the pool just about in front from Daisy Abernethy. And nothing to choose between the South Central and Southwest at the start of leg 4. Nothing between them. And after the frantic end to leg 3, we have some calm in the pool. They have 3 laps to go from this point. And now Isla Widowson of the wildcard team is in the pool, and here come Yorkshire as well. That's Jacob Palmer to Layla Kirkley. It is all still to play for. Less than a minute between the top 4 teams. Widowson is a great swimmer for the wildcard team. And Salmon is just starting to open up a narrow lead. There was a look as well from Kirkley for Yorkshire, who was in 4th, just to try and gauge where the wildcard team ahead of them are in 3rd. It was the wildcard team that won 2 years ago here. Griffiths there, starting his 2nd lap on the run. So Salmon starting to pull away in the first half of the swim. There was nothing to choose between South Central and South West at the changeover for leg 4. It was a tough leg 3, wasn't it, for Archie Enston and Monty Salmon. They were toe to toe, and the teams have practically been inseparable since the 2nd leg, when Betsy North closed the gap on Francesca Cole and eventually took the lead on the run. At the moment though, in the pool, the lead is growing for South Central. Florence Salmon is a great athlete to have on the last leg. So a lap and a length to go for Florence Salmon. That lead is increasing. Daisy Abernethy going well. Still Ireland, Wales to go. North East as well, I think, just waiting in the wings. It's a nervous wait from that position. So there's a changeover for the North East. Now Ireland and Wales about to come through. Good that these 3 teams are still close. Frantic in the pool. Salmon on her final length. She has opened up a very healthy lead ahead of Daisy Abernethy. That's tough for Wales. That's Evan Price. But here we go then. Florence Salmon out of the pool with about a length lead, and she has opened up a very healthy lead. She was great in the pool in the aquathlon the other night. Abernethy, half a length to go. This is Florence Salmon cantering down past the entrance to the pool. She'll hop on the bike. And it's about 34 seconds the lead that Florence Salmon has. And Salmon will see just how far behind the Southwest team are. So South Central at the front with Florence Salmon. On the bike she goes. Let's get a move on here and starts to put the power down early on. The Southwest in second. We're still waiting for Isla Widowson to exit the pool. That is Abernethy though. Getting ready to jump on the bike. And now just getting out the pool is Kirkley in fourth. So Wildcard is still in third. Abernethy is away and gone. In transition we can just probably about see the Wildcard team and Isla Widowson getting the bikes out and getting the helmets on. And there is Widowson away. So a gap that is achievable between her and the Southwest, and the Southwest at the moment in second. There is Florence Salmon for South Central, up the hill for the first time. Just needs to find some rhythm here. The run is so short, only 5 minutes for these athletes who are super fit. They can really empty the tank on the bike, and look at that cadence from Florence Salmon. She's starting to motor here and will head past the Student Services building, and this section just about rounds up the climb before they start to descend. They head along Margaret Key Road. There's Kirkley, who's in fourth for Yorkshire, and this is Abernethy, who took that quite wide. So downhill from this point. This is Florence Salmon. Took the baton from her brother Monty. One of the best sections. It's a lot of fast downhill sections, and Abernethy just a look on the inside shoulder to try and spot Isla Widowson, who is some way behind. And this could be it now for South Central. That 34-second lead as South Central got out of the pool. Florence Salmon opened up a huge lead. They came into the pool together, the South Central and Southwest teams. Past the rubber crumb here. We'll take a left at the John Beckwith Sports Centre, heading back towards the pool. It's a slight incline there, but nice and fast. So Salmon keeping the pace at the moment. This is at the end of lap 1 for Florence Salmon. Good opportunity here at the start of lap 2 to see just how far ahead she is from that Southwest team, and she's not yet has she seen Abernethy. Salmon is away. She's looking to the left just to try and see, but she cannot see Abernethy. Well, there's Widowson, who has overtaken Abernethy in second. That is a big move from the wildcard team. And I think that lead is up to around 50 seconds now. Taylor, Moore and Jones working hard halfway around their first lap, about a kilometre in. There's Molly Jackson for Ireland. Last one to exit the pool, and Salmon is motoring, absolutely motoring. Still climbing with around 1,200 metres to go on the bike. This is Florence Salmon, our leader for the South Central team. She will not see anybody because she is almost a minute up on everybody else. This has been a superb leg from Florence Salmon. They have managed their legs perfectly. That was Rebecca Eaton for the West Midlands. Salmon will have a huge lead going into the run. This is down Margaret Key Road, looping back towards the Brockington Oval, just past the Geography and Environment building on her left here. And it will start to speed up here. It flattens out. Great to have so many supporters on the course. Oh, there's just a clip of the cone there. First time we've seen that today. A bit tight, that group of 3, forcing some of our riders just to push a bit harder into the turns. And this is one of the fastest sections of the course. There's a few speed bumps along here as well, which Florence Salmon just has to manage. She has the lead motorbike in front. So Salmon can afford to get her feet out nice and early here. She will not know how big this lead is, and for all she knows, the others are closing. She doesn't realise just how much of a lead she has. Heading towards the pool and transition now. Florence Salmon with a big, big lead. So, off the bike, Florence Salmon dismounts well. This is a huge, huge lead. This could be it for the South Central team. Her teammates, Ruben Price, Betsy North, Monty Salmon, will be absolutely screaming at her as she goes on the first of 2 laps. She does not know how big a lead she has. So the look behind from Florence Salmon. She knows those 2 athletes just flying past were not directly behind her. And I think we just saw a flash of Isla Widdowson, who is in second for the wildcard team, around 45 seconds behind, and there she is. It's around 45 seconds. She has briefly closed the gap, and she's a good runner, Isla Widdowson. Can she close down a 45-second deficit over less than a mile? I think not. Florence Salmon's a good runner. We saw that in the aquathlon. Widdowson there in second. You just saw Daisy Abernethy taking off her helmet as well. She's in transition and she has a look behind Widdowson. There's Abernethy. Was in second at the start of the ride. And away she goes, heading towards the Students' Union. And Ashby Road, which is where some 60 seconds ahead our leader Florence Salmon is. This is Widdowson. It's a tough old climb out of transition, jumping off the bike and that twisty turny route, and Widdowson cannot see our leader Florence Salmon. It's a huge lead. She's coming up University Road now. She's off Eppinal Way. And it's tough. You can just see the cadence and the stride. The legs are absolutely burning for Florence Salmon here. She really gave everything in the pool and obliterated the rest of the field on the bike. So, Florence Salmon with a lap to go before she can think about the glory, before she can think about stepping on the podium. Her teammates cheering her on, and Salmon will have an athlete just in her sights to try and pick off and surge forward. You need that carrot in front of you so you can just keep on pace and keep strong. This is our leader Florence Salmon of South Central, who is ahead of the wildcard team in second, and then the Southwest in third. So we will see in about 10 seconds, coming onto the blue carpet, Isla Widdowson, who is in second. And here she is. Well, how big a lead does Florence Salmon have? It's a big old lead. It has grown since transition, and it's 54 seconds now. Florence Salmon leads, and Abernethy is not out of it just yet. There is Salmon. She's got a 300, maybe 350 metre lead. Widdowson with that lovely long stride of hers. Very smooth runner. And Abernethy, we'll just see her come past, and she will be able to canter home in third at the moment. She's got a huge lead. It's tough to bring the baton home. It looks like our Irish athlete Molly Jackson coming to the conclusion of her ride. There's Widdowson in second, just heading out onto Ashby Road. She can't see Abernethy. It's hurting, the lungs are hurting. There's Wales with Josephine Hurst. So, here is Florence Salmon, who is just coming onto the carpet now. There she is, our leader for South Central. She's going to come through the finishing arch in just a second. Wow, there she goes. You just see in the distance towards the finishing arch It's Florence Salmon for South Central taking the win. There's her teammates, a big hug. Ruben Price got them off to a strong start. It was Betsy North with a huge swim and cycle to close the gap on the Southwest, who had the lead. Monty Salmon did the job, kept them in contention, and then what a swim it was after that tight changeover at the end of leg 3. Florence Salmon absolutely dominant. This is going to be a huge win here. There's Isla Widdowson just to the left of shot in the blue and white. And then Widdowson, there she is in the blue and white, coming round the corner. One more turn for the wildcard team. She will take second. She did well on the bike to close the gap on Abernethy. They were in third, and the wildcard team, who won 2 years ago, take the silver medal this time, and it's going to be a fantastic bronze for the Southwest. Daisy Abernethy bringing them home. It was Ruben Wadey that got off to an absolutely superb start for them. Francesca Cole on the second leg, then Archie Enston and Daisy Abernethy bringing them home. For the wildcards in second, it was Will Birchall, Sienna Sylvester, Israel Noble. What about his ride on the bike? That was strong stuff. And then Isla Widdowson bringing them home after a great leapfrog ride. Well, I think we've still got Layla Kirkley and Zoe Hughes as well. And there's the Southeast team. Finley Goodman, Rosie Delgado Howe, Oliver Darcy and Hannah Painter just coming through. What an evening of triathlon action. They're all coming through now. The West Midlands just crossing the line. Then London just behind them. And there's the East team. Oliver Tom, Darcy Gladwell, Sam Blackwell, Isabel Moore. Down in 8th. Well, here's Ireland then. Ireland just with one more lap on the run. Less than 800 metres to go, less than half a mile. What a few days for triathlon. One of the 11 sports here at the UK School Games. The athletes living on campus for the past few days.
Make sure that is not the case. And as always, we stay and we welcome in everybody with equal gusto. That's the spirit of these school games.
So, as a roundup from this UK School Games triathlon then, on Thursday we had the aquathlon, the para-aquathlon as well. And then yesterday these athletes went to Donington Park in Derby for a technical cycle and then a circuit race where medals were awarded, and then we will have medals awarded to the top 3 teams from this mixed relay triathlon, and the gold going to South Central with Ruben Price, Betsy North, Monty Salmon and Florence Salmon. How good for those 2 siblings. The silver going to our wildcard team, Will Birchall, Sienna Sylvester, Israel Noble and Isla Widowson, and the bronze going to Southwest with Ruben Wadey, Francesca Cole, Archie Enston and Daisy Abernethy. So, our champions for the UK Schools 2024 Mixed Relay Triathlon goes to South Central. What a 3 days of action we've had here from the blue carpet. If you watched the aquathlon on Thursday, what an evening that was. If you were there at Donington Park yesterday, if you watched this evening, thank you for tuning in. There's still more action across the UK school games. If you want to watch, you'll know where to find it. But until next time, good night.
And in the spirit of the school games, we are going to welcome home the quartet, Ben Howlett, Chloe Young, Garoy Tuahi, and bringing home Team Isla Go Wild.